stuff you've been doing for your team. The whole, it's just a really clean, it feels like a really clean, like bright, powerful thing that's happening. So a little bit on personal development. Share, like, give us like what's fueling you these days. What's going on? Talk to us. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throttle you back sometimes to redirect maybe, but this is your show to manage your passion. And you just tell me what you think about it. Talk to us. Hey.
First of all, I just wanted to thank Mark Hovison for giving me this opportunity to talk in front of you guys. And second of all, I want to thank all of you for listening to me, and also my husband for being here, and he knows that I'm very passionate about the network marketing industry. It will bring tears to my eyes if I tell you about why I'm so passionate about the network marketing industry. Sorry.
Tell us. You like I want
Oh, Lord. See, this is why I'm so passionate about it. I can't even talk without crying. When I was younger, I didn't live with my mom, and my mom would take me to a network marketing event. So I would notice that, she was a top super saleswoman, and she was very entrepreneurial. She would always tell me, whenever you want something, you have to earn it for yourself. And I didn't live with my mom, so I grew up, I didn't have very good family background and stuff like that. So, that connection to my mom always, I bring forward to my network marketing, passion. So, since I was 18 years old, I've always been passionate about the network marketing industry. I tried several network marketings. I think I've been in about 20, 25 network marketing industry. I couldn't figure it out. But what I love about the network marketing industry is because it truly is a benevolent industry. You have to really have the heart of a leader, a benevolent leader, to help people from the bottom, pick them up and pull them up. You have to really reach them from the bottom and pick them up. And, sorry, I'm thinking about a lot of my team members who are, they don't have, sorry. My team members, some of them, they don't have a lot of opportunities in this world. They couldn't find a job, they couldn't, and network marketing is one option that they can do to get them far ahead in life. So when Speed Wealth launched by Vincent Ortega, I watched the Speed launch, I was like, oh my God, this is ingenious, because I've spent the last 5 years learning about attraction marketing. I spent over $10,000 buying everything online, learning how to do search engine optimization, YouTube marketing, Facebook marketing, Twitter marketing, blogging, and everything, all this other stuff. So what I learned is to compress my knowledge. So I did this napkin marketing. It's called I say to people, you guys need to learn how to monetize your personal brand, because people buy from people, they don't buy from companies. So backtrack the story. I was also mentored by one of the top recruiter in the network marketing industry. He was also the ex-chief strategist for Donald Trump. So he was able to, work with all the top Fortune 500 companies, such as Apple, such as Microsoft, big leaders. Anyway, so when he taught me the real network marketing, okay, so he taught me from scratch. So I watched exactly what he's doing. And all he did, okay, I know sounds crazy simple, okay, all he did was, talk to all my friends, and I just make the introduction, he talked to all my friends and closed sales for me left and right. So all I did was to make the introduction. I built relationship, and I made the introduction, leverage my leader's success, and then he closed the sales for me. So backstory forward up to that. Anyway, so then I got pregnant, and I was looking for something to do online because I didn't want to do network marketing offline. And I love the attraction marketing industry because I was learning from people like Mark Hovison, Kitty Freiling, Jonathan Budd, a lot of these top leaders. I spent hours learning black hat tricks and all this other stuff. Anyway, so then I was stalking Fraser, okay? I saw him in MLSP, and I'm like, who is this dude? This young, brash guy, and I was like stalking him for many months, like maybe 6 months, I think. And I was thinking to myself, how is this kid able to recruit people left and right on the internet, okay? then finally I couldn't stand it anymore, and I'm like, give me your link, whatever your link is, I'll just sign up. I pestered him for his link, and then I signed up. Okay, so when Fraser taught me his strategy, I was blown away of how simple it is. And okay, you guys, I know some of you are not in Fraser's team, but my philosophy is if you want to be good at something, you have to master it at 10,000 hours. So I mastered Fraser McDonald's strategy. I messaged 100 people while breastfeeding and closing people left and right while breastfeeding because I mastered one skill. I mastered Fraser's skill. And it's very simple if I break it down to you, okay, very simply. All it is this. The first step to Fraser's McDonald's strategy is you build a relationship with people who are new in the network marketing industry or the internet marketing industry. Because newbies, they're struggling. They don't have sponsors. So how would you feel when you don't have a sponsor, okay? If you are struggling right now, put yourself in a newbie's position. You know they're struggling. Put yourself in their shoes. How would it feel like, you know, if you can help them, right? So you can mentor them. So you already have value. A lot of you guys will always think, I don't have enough value and all this. No, you have value. You already have value. Even though you know just a little bit, but you know a lot more than the newbie. So what you want to do is build a relationship with them. And I would say the same. Don't think about recruiting them. You want to think about, you know, just helping them. Genuinely help somebody. So genuinely come from your heart to help them. Pick them up. You know, feel it. Put your pain in their shoes. How long have people been struggling? Sorry. I'm so passionate about what I do. Anyway, so when Fraser taught me his strategy, I focused in just one strategy. I did it very good, 10,000 hours. So then what I was noticing is that even though I'm a good closer, I was starting to look that people around me wasn't a good closer, and I got confused. I'm like, why are these people not closing when me, Fraser can close, Jaden can close, I can close, you know, Mark Robinson can close, of course. And I was thinking to myself, why are these people not able to close? So what I did was, one day, Sid Pettit was talking about altar reading. Sid Pettit is in EE, okay? And Sid Pettit was doing this hangout with some of the ASF movement team members. And then it was kind of long, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I know all this stuff. This is long, too long. I need to be, you know, cooking for my husband and stuff like that. So I was thinking to myself, how am I going to teach my team members so that we can help them compress time? So what I did is like Fraser, you know the Facebook group strategy, the Angie Long Facebook group strategy. So what I did was I combined Angie Long's strategy and Fraser's strategy together. So what I did is I do step 1 to step 12. Step 1, I get them to download an app called Videofy Me. This is just to get people outside their comfort zone because most people are even afraid to introduce themselves. So the first thing I do is I say, download this app called Videofy Me, then upload an intro video of yourself, and tell me why you want to be in the network marketing industry. And then they will tell you why. Okay, people buy from people. They don't buy the company. Their why is a lot more, you know, to get them going is their why they're doing this business. Most people, like you guys, the reason why you want to do this business is because you're very like you want to have time freedom, you just want to have enough. And that's the thing, guys. A lot of people think you need to make tons and tons of money. No, some people are happy with just $1,000 a month coming to them residually. Okay, so that's why I get people to tell them their why. The first thing is, and the other thing also, I want to see if they take action. Then if they take action, what I do is I build relationship with them through my phone. So I put myself aside. So as a leader, you have to put. Nobody cares about you anymore. You have to put yourself aside. You have to think about the other person. So what I do is I connect with them on the Videofy Me. And the next step I do is I get them to do their $1 Million Day. Right away, I say, go and watch Mark Hobison $1 Million Day. It's so powerful. And if any of you guys are not here, have not done your $1 Million Day, trust me, you need to go do your $1 Million Day because it's so powerful. Especially if they're even on a 7-day trial, they'd be like, oh my God, I did my $1 million date. And I tell them to post it on their Facebook, post it to the main group, post it to the main, my personal group, okay? And then, okay, I'm not going to talk so much, but I'm going to give you another nugget, okay?
Are you guys getting value?
Yeah.
The reason why I love the Fraser McDonald strategy is because it works for newbies, okay? Now, there's a huge attraction marketer, okay, I'm not going to say her name, MP. She used a lot about Facebook marketing, Facebook fan page marketing, but if you're a newbie, you cannot afford to do Facebook fan page because you're still like struggling inside with your demons, and people have all these deep psychological issues, things that they have not. Yeah, it's true. I'm an advanced mindset trainer. I would look at my ultra reading. I will look at what they're doing, and I can tell where their level of mindset is. Because psychologically, people have a lot of deep emotional issues, things in the past. Like, for example, if you have not forgiven your mom, or you have not forgiven yourself, or these things will hold you back. Sorry, my husband always tells me I need to pause. Because I get so passionate that I like, anyway, I'm trying to pause. So there are deep psychological issues that prevent people from valuing themselves. And that's why you have to go through Mark Hobson's training and Vincent Ortega Jr. training. Okay, so back to ultra reading, okay? So the next step I do is in my video.
You guys know ultra reading? Raise your hand if you know what it is.
I just saw
You
your
gotta-
Instagram post.
It'll be in pro pretty soon. There's gonna be a lot of things in pro that we're not. We'll get into pro here pretty quick.
Yeah. So back to ultra reading. So it's step 4 of my video when somebody come into my team, I say, all right, welcome to ultra reading. Now, go ahead and watch the Viral 5 Formula video by Vincent Ortega. It's an hour long. Then I tell them, make a review, 2 minutes each. Break it into 5 parts. There is so much wealth of knowledge in that just one video. And then all I do is I comment on, if they're taking action, I comment on their videos. Okay, again, remember, if you're a leader, you no longer exist. It's your people, so you have to comment, build relationship, because you have to give them encouragement, because people need encouragement. Okay? And then, anyway, there's several steps in my training. And then the last part is very, very important. Guess what? Anybody can guess the last part of my steps?
Repeat.
Kind of, but more importantly is when you talk to somebody in the network marketing industry or the internet marketing industry, you have to get them to delete their negative friends and families. Delete them all. Or make a new Facebook page, Facebook profile. Get them to add targeted prospects only. That means people who are in the network marketing industry, people who are in the internet marketing industry, the newbies, they're struggling. I see people struggling every day, and I'm just one person. I cannot help everybody. But now you guys have this knowledge. You have to get them to delete their friends and families. I don't care whether their friends already love them, because subconsciously their friends and families are stopping them from taking action. Their friends and families don't believe in them.
This is just today, someone from this group, doesn't matter who posted a picture, doesn't matter what, but it was a great picture. First comment was from someone in the industry, like, epic, awesome, right? 2 friends. You could just tell they were friends because they were dicks. They were like, nice bow, bat, one was like, that's only a 20-pound bow. Like, in case those bows were, I guess there's 100 pounds, I don't know. But it was just like criticism and like belittling. And it was bro. I mean, and in the dorm room, that's cool. But like in the public setting, they don't get that that's douchey. But anyway, so it was like nice. And then the other buddy was like bad form, period. And I literally thought to myself, you know what? That's why people, you don't leave your friends and family. You don't. You literally can create new friends and family. I'm not saying you ditch them. Like, I'm closer to my family now than I used to be. And I'm better friends to my friends than I used to be. But I have a whole new set of friends and family. and it's growing. And it's okay to like get over the emotional addiction you have to your identity which is bound up in the past. Really, it's totally okay. And so this is a concept I never thought of, like maybe a new page or a deleting. It's
Yes,
tricky. It's
set
tricky.
up
But
a-
everything you see evokes energy to you. Whether it has energy or not doesn't matter. Every item of clothing, every time you look at something, there's an evoking of a feeling that it gives you. And if those friends give you, if you see their statuses and it annoys you, you should unfollow them. I do it with some of my best friends. I unfollow them. I don't want to deal with it. I don't like doing it. So I unfollow because the energy, you got to protect your energy. Jonathan Budd used to talk about that a lot. He's like, I just got to protect my energy. So I think you're talking a super deep issue.
Yeah, this is super deep, guys, because when you're an entrepreneur, you are like a baby, you're like taking baby steps. And anything that will make you lose your focus to the vision, and that's the other thing I do with my team members. I say create your vision. Your vision will take you, will pull you through, even through the hardest part. So create your vision first. The vision will get you through. And that's why you have to delete your friends and families that are not supporting your vision, that don't, it almost feel like they don't believe in you. And then it makes you doubt yourself. So that's never good.
And maybe the solution here, because that's the hardcore, I'm going to balance it a little bit, is like if there's a comment, just like address them, have the courage to address them and just say, on my public Facebook wall is not the place for you to tease me on my dreams. For real, it's not the place. And can you not do it again? Just like, is that cool? I wouldn't do it to you. Don't do it to me. Is that cool? Or take the hard line and delete their ass. I don't know. Just giving the hard line.
I follow Fraser. He's like,
Fraser,
wow,
so you're a leader. But a lot of it is, it's some of it's circumstantial. And there's a time to maybe delete. There's a time to unfollow. I don't know. But the protection of your energy is extremely critical. But like, for instance, with your post, whoever I was mentioning today, it started off someone from the industry, Epic Bro, 2 douche friends, douchey comment, and that actually mitigated more of your industry friends giving shout-outs because they caught the negative energy that was allowed by you not deleting it, unless you deleted it, which you should delete it. Then you should text them and say you're douches.
Yes, that's right. I'm gonna tell, like I had to push away all my negative friends and families so much to do what I needed to do. And I see that with my team members. If they're struggling so much and I say, listen, follow exactly what I tell you, follow. So then I prepare their mindset, okay? So the ultra reading is just to get them, and you have to get them on video because when they see themselves, they get comfortable and then they start talking and then they start just like relaxing and just talking and they just be themselves. So the first part of my training is I teach them how to just be themselves. Then the second part of my training is I teach them now it's no longer about you. Focus on your prospect. Focus on how you would feel if you're in your prospect's shoes. What pain are you trying to relieve them? Is it that they don't have a supportive sponsor, or maybe they're overwhelmed, they're confused, or something, right? So when you do it step by step, they don't get confused. You see what I'm saying? So the second part of the training is really, it's not about them anymore. It's about other people. So what I do with the second training is I do syndication groups. James Stott. Where is James Stott? Okay, right here. So James Stott is not in my team. He's actually in Angie Long's team. And I noticed him, one day on Facebook. And so I was thinking, because I have a bunch of team members who are professionals. They're more like, like Fraser is like, whoa, badass, or whoa, like the youngsters.
Fraser's a new era.
Yeah, the young entrepreneurs. Then I have, the older, more professional. So I had to think of how am I supposed to put all these people together that are in the same personality traits. So that's why I put them in syndication group. Now, syndication group is great if you're part of the same ILN family. Because again, my philosophy is that we're not here to be enemies with our ILN family members. We are here to teach people outside our industry why we do what we do. So when you are helping your ILN team members, even though they are your competitor, but you're doing syndication, what you're doing is you're attracting eyeballs to your post by using edge rank. In Facebook, there is this thing called edge rank. So if you're posting by your Facebook profile, you're going to get edge rank. And plus the energy of people being excited. You know, sometimes you see Layla go ka-ching, and then you also get excited. And then sometimes, even though we're not part of the same team, we comment on each other, but it gives you exposure, and also you're kind of helping yourself as well. It's a win-win situation. That's called syndication. So my process of doing business online, I call it the online network marketing. You know, just now we were talking about cold traffic, solo ads. Those are real internet marketing, really from cold traffic. But the problem with cold traffic is you don't know how to retain your people. So my strategy is more about retaining them for a long term and get residual income for the long term. So my process is actually longer. It's going to take some time, but longer, you're going to be able to retain and find your leaders. So my sponsor, mentor, Mr. Marty Hale, he was the chief brand strategist, and he was the #1 top recruiter in Momentous. He told me that the fastest way to become a millionaire is to recruit leaders under you. So that's why when I was talking to one of my team members, Peter Chong, I said to him, Peter Chong is, young guy, and he's ego, like most young entrepreneurs. And I said to him, Peter, what you need to do is you need to find another Fraser McDonald under you.